I've been standing in the mirror, talking to the cracks in my face. Every scar tells a story, every tear.
Hey, welcome back. Synologyonline.com. We got a couple of Edoms. Now, the customer tried changing these eUSB chips, the controller, the two black chips, and he told me along the way he knocked off some pads. You can see there's some pads missing. Yeah, in fact, I think here there's a couple of them, those black spots. So the pads tore off. So I replaced the chips already, and I want to let you know, don't worry about the pads because a lot of the pads are not used. In fact, if you look at the Edom, you're going to see they're kind of glued on there in the factory. Well, when the masking was done, you know, since they're not used, they easily come off. And usually from overheating it, they'll just pop off. So if you ever do an Edom and a pad or two or three or four, I think there's even more, pop off, and this one there's two. I see only one in this one. There's just a little extra solder on the one leg. So anyways, these are from different models. What is this? 1512, 1513. Any of the 12 or 13 series NASAs, and you want to do these at home. First, to make a copy of it, you know, you want to use either the blaster, or, you know, if you plan on making your own little thing out of a circuit board, you can do that. Or you can wire one out of an old USB cable. In one of the other videos, I have the drawing of it. So now, programming these, usually we make a copy of it first, okay? So what we'll do, and I'm going to use one as an example. I'll grab any one here. So now, the partition on this is GPT. So if you run into issues, there's the sound of music. If you run into issues, I'll show you what to do. So to make a copy, we're gonna pull up our tool. So it's Synology disk station with select, hit continue, and we wait, and let's save it as a file, you know, like maybe 1513 for this one. It didn't open. What does that mean? Well, nothing. Just unplug it, plug it back in. Your PC has a lot of effects on how this is going to work. It's normal. So, all right, we're doing it. Since the chip was changed, I try to do the 15-second, you know, read. Sometimes 20, depends. So the chip is working. So, and we named the file 1513. All right. Now, after you make a copy, you probably want to write to it. So now what do? Well, you launch the tool again, and you pick your file, and it's a 1513. And we'll wait for this thing to come up. There it is. And hit continue. It's going to warn you that it's going to write. And look, operation terminated. What does that mean? Well, since it's GPT, I'm going to use IOMI, but since it's GPT, there's an issue with writing to GPT. It's a protected drive. And this is another thing. You may see it stall when you're trying to write. You can do this actually in DiskPart with DOS in your Windows. So I'm doing it with a tool. So I'm going to actually convert this to MBR. Hit enter. Proceed. And let's see. See how it's taking time? And this is the PC again. You know, there's bus time being taken away from you during all these processes. So this can actually slow you down. All right. So a new drive has been recognized here, so we're done. I'm going to delete all the partitions. All right, and I'll hit applies to delete all these. Yes, and that worked. So we don't need this anymore. So let's go now and copy back that 1513 we did. So you select 1513, you can double click it if it doesn't show up. Hit continue. You'll get the warning, start, let's go. All right, starting to write. Notice it's stalling. This is normal, and this happens. Now the writes are generally 25 to 30 seconds. This obviously may not make the 25 or 30 second write, and notice how slow it's going. So a lot of people think, oh, is it bad? I changed the chip, it's not working. So what I do when it happens to me, I unplug the USB drive. All right, you can actually plug it while it's in. I'm going to plug it back in. And let's see. It might have converted it to GPT again. So that means I got to go in there and redo it. Oop, man, did I grab the wrong one? I did. So we need to open him up. Okay, 1513. Alright, I'm waiting for it to pop up. I'm gonna pick this station. Nothing's working. Gotta unplug the USB. Gotta plug it back in. You're gonna have to do this sometimes, many times, because there's so many window processes stealing bus time on this PC. Operation terminated. Oh man, am I anything right going on here? Yeah, it is. Actually, everything you're doing is normal. It assigned it as GPT again. We gotta go in and convert this back to MBR. This is all normal. In this particular case, I have this set up in a way that I wanted to, let you see it. So we'll delete all these partitions again. We're just writing one drive, and a lot of people, oh, all this you gotta go through. Sometimes you have to. This is normal. So I'll wait till the tool pops up. 1513, that's what I want to write. Pick the disk station, hit start. I should have unplugged it actually, because it goes faster. But yeah, this all normal stuff. Okay, and like I said, you'll see it scrolling and it's doing good. It may slow down in areas. No different when you ever send like a video or a picture over from a USB drive. You'll sometimes see it's at 300 megabits per second and it drops down to 10 megabits. Then it jumps back up to 300. That's because there's processes going on inside the PC that slows it down. So this gives you a chance to see real life scenarios of what we see here. So this wrote, it actually still wrote within a good time frame of the 30 seconds. Writes I allow, like 25, 30. Reads can be no more than 10, 15 seconds max. When you have a brand new one of these from the factory, they read in like 5 seconds. They're super fast, and they write like in 10 seconds. Anyways, I thought I'd show you this and give you an idea. Sorry if my hand's shaking, because holding one hand in the air actually is tough for a long time. But anyways, now you see how to read and write these. So you can go over the video again and see if you made a mistake or you changed something.